Which Premier League team has the best home kit? Well, today we'll find out as I rank every 24-25 season home kit. So, we're starting off with Arsenal. Now, this kit is mostly red, the sleeves are white, and there's a bit of white and blue down in the side panels. The Emirates Fly Better is a very big advertisement in the middle of the shirt. The Adidas and the Gunner logo, I quite like the Gunner logo. Even though I'm a Tottenham fan, I do like that Gunner logo. It's better than putting their badge there. It's a good addition compared, basically every other club has their badge there. I also like the blue Adidas stripes on the sleeve. It's actually not a bad kit. As a Tottenham fan, I'd love to put it in atrocious, but for the sake of the video and the bias, I will actually put it in decent for now. The Aston Villa home shirt this season is very different to what they had last season, with a new shirt sponsor and a new shirt manufacturer. The Aston Villa badge is still obviously there, because no other club has got what Arsenal have, but the badge is actually not bad. The colour, it's very similar to West Ham, actually, their kit. The only difference is that Aston Villa has the Adidas stripes on the sleeves, which I'm a big fan of the Adidas stripes. Also, the collar is very similar to the cuffs on a lot of teams' kits, like the arm cuffs, but you just see it on the collar of the Aston Villa kit, which is a nice addition. I actually do rate it very similar to the Arsenal kit. Like, I don't think it's bad, but I also don't think it's amazing, so I'll put it in decent. Now we move on to Bournemouth, and their kit I actually don't like very much. It's red and black. I don't think the black is very good. I know that's like the traditional colour, and I know there's not a lot they can do, but I think the thinner stripes from last season are honestly better. I think if you're going to wear stripes, they have to be thin. The thicker the stripes, the worse the kit. The gold shirt sponsor as well just does not suit it, and the Umbro you can hardly see. I would have liked to have seen the Umbro be a bit more white. And the shirt just looks plain. I think there needs to be a pattern added to it. I don't know, just to brighten up the shirt, make it seem a bit better. So for that, I'm going to be putting Bournemouth in disappointing. Now we have the Brentford home kit. Now this kit has a nice little gradient at the bottom of the kit, and again, it's the red and white stripes. The stripes are similar size to Bournemouth's, maybe a bit skinnier, maybe one more bar has been added. So I actually like this kit a lot more. The white is also better. The Umbro, again, it's the same manufacturer. I don't think Umbro has the best kits. This is still sitting about a mid. The Hollywood Bets does ruin it for me. I don't like betting companies. I know most Premier League teams are sponsored by betting companies, but the Hollywood Bets, just if it had Hollywood, I know it's called Hollywood Bets, but even if it's just Hollywood, it would look a whole lot better. The word bets just ruins it, I have to say. But otherwise, the kit is not bad. The gradient at the bottom is not bad. I wish there was, again, a little bit more of a pattern, but other than that, I think it's an okay kit, so I'll put it in mid. Now we have Brighton's kit, which is definitely better than last season where they had the blue on top. But I do like this kit, Nike manufactured. It is very similar, just the stripes have a little bit more of a pattern to it. And I'm a big fan of blue, so blue and white I do really like. The white sleeves are good, the blue stripes are good. They're not too thick, they are nice and thin. And the fact that they got like a little white line through each of the blue stripes, and it is a bit of a gradient again. I do really like this kit. And I will put it in decent. Now Chelsea, the only team without a shirt sponsor, but other than that, this kit is one of my favourites this season. The blue with the patterns, I know it's not a traditional home kit, but I like how the club has made it nice and modern. The patterns on it are cool. The badge and the Nike have like a little thing on it, so I don't know what it's called, it's like reflective, but that does add to the jersey. So this kit is a very modern jersey. It's a modern take on a classic, but I really do like this Chelsea kit, and I will put it in class. Next up, we've got Crystal Palace, and once again, this is one of my favourite kits, if not my favourite kit this season. The blue, it's got a pattern on it, it's blue and red stripes, the stripes are the right size. Macron has done an unbelievable job with this jersey. The way the stripes also continue onto the sleeves as well is unbelievable. So I love this jersey. It's a bit on the cheaper side as well when you go to buy it. So that's great. Honestly, I might have to cop this jersey since I don't already have it. This jersey will be put in the GOAT column. Now we move on to Everton, and once again, this kit does have a bit of a pattern to it. It's a very faint pattern. The collar of the jersey is also a stripes, which I really like, those thin stripes. But Castore has done a really good job with this kit. Once again, I think Stake does ruin it as the betting company. But I do like, I don't like how it's all blue. I feel like there should be another colour there, but I know that's traditional Everton. So this is a very traditional kit with a nice little modern touch with that pattern. So genuinely, I think I'll put it at the top of decent. Now we move on to Fulham, which is an all-white kit with a black collar. The collar is also very different to what we've seen. It's a very traditional collar rather than your modern plain collar, and I really like it. I really like the red side panels on the kit. I really like what Adidas have done obviously with their 3 stripes, but the black and white and the red as well just work so well together. I really like this kit, and I actually think I will put it in class. I would definitely get this kit if I didn't support Tottenham. Obviously, they're another London team. We've also not had the buffer over Fulham this season, but I do really like this kit. There's not much I could add. Fulham have had some really good kits lately. Now we have the first of the promoted teams in Ipswich. I think this kit is definitely decent, maybe class. I really like the Ed Sheeran thing on it because he's like one of the main guys at the club. He owns a little stake in the club. I like the white line around the badge so it's a clear badge, because otherwise I think the badge would get lost in the jersey. Umbro, I like what Umbro have done, that it's white and red, and I quite like the thin stripe separating the blue. I feel like the blue's maybe not the right blue. I feel like it could be a little bit lighter, and the white stripes could be a little bit more obvious, but other than that, I really like it. The collar and the cuffs are also a nice blue. This is a kit I'm definitely considering buying. Well, this is a very disappointing Adidas kit next up, and it is Leicester City. This is just a plain blue kit with the 3 white Adidas stripes at the top and a little bit of gold on the collar, but really nothing's been done to this shirt. It's got the Bitcoin company in the middle or whatever it is, but there's not much I can really say about this shirt except for it's probably the worst home shirt in the league. Now we have the Liverpool home kit, and I do really like this. The collar, again, it's a little bit different. It's not a traditional collar, but I like with the white and the red, a little bit of gold in there as well, and another white stripe. So I quite like it. The collar type is maybe not my piece of cake, but the way they've executed it is excellent. There's obviously the You'll Never Walk Alone pattern on the shirt, which I really like. If I was to redesign this kit or something, there's not much I'd really change. Compared to if I was going to change Leicester, I'd completely change that kit. Nike have done an excellent job with this kit, so I'm definitely going to put this kit in class. Now we have Puma presenting the Man City 24-25 home kit. The reigning champions maybe don't have the best kit. The sleeves and the cuffs have a little bit on it. I can't really see what it says, but the rest of the shirt is just a plain light blue. So once again, traditional with a bit of a touch of modern. Not much I can say, except I don't know if I like it. It's similar to the Aston Villa kit. I think I'm going to move the Aston Villa kit down to mid, and I think Man City will also be put in mid. Now we have Man United, and this kit I do like. I like it a bit more than the City kit. Adidas have done a little bit here. There's a little bit of a gradient. I quite like the red. The white Adidas looks better than the black that they had last season. The collar, how the Adidas stripes continue onto the collar, that's quite nice. The Snapdragon sponsor actually does work really well on the front of the kit, I have to say. And the gradient down the bottom of the shirt is also very nice. So once again, I'll have to put this kit in decent. It is ranging in that like Arsenal, Brighton, Everton range. Now we have the Newcastle home kit, and I really like black and white. But other than that, it is a very plain, it's a traditional kit that Adidas have produced because it's basically only black and white except for the sponsors and the badge. But otherwise, I do like this jersey. As I've said, it's traditional, it suits the club well. There's not a lot you can do except maybe change the size of the stripes, add a little pattern to the shirt. It's not like with Liverpool or Chelsea how you can sort of do that. This is always going to be a traditional kit. And for the traditionalness, I really like it. I like the black and white, so I'll put this top of decent. Now we have the surprise package of the 24-25 season, Nottingham Forest. Now Nottingham, they do have a plain kit from Adidas, but once again, it is a good kit. There's a little pattern on it, which I'm a big fan of. It sort of looks like stars, which really does suit their season as they are having a wonderful season. The stars are also not completely obvious, so if you're far away, you probably couldn't see it. So you'd think it's just a normal red kit, but up close, you can really see the stars, which it does really work with the kit. Like, they're not entirely obvious like the Chelsea one, but they're not completely transparent, like you can't see it, like something Bournemouth may have produced. So this kit, I will put it top of mid, but I do like it. Now we move on to the worst team this season, Southampton. And once again, it's a Puma kit, one of the only 2 teams in the league that you'd think the champions and the worst team in the league have Puma, but oh well. It's very similar to Brentford, but like I said, I do like the thinner stripes a bit better. Maybe they've gone too thin, but you definitely, I don't think you can go too thin. I think the thinner it is, the better it is, the thicker it is, it's no good. It would have been nice if they added like a little gradient or a little pattern, but really all they've added is just a big sponsor roll bit in the middle of the shirt. But as I've been saying with a lot of clubs, You could have added gradient, but you'd rather keep it traditional for the fans. Since I don't support teams like this, obviously I can't say that I like the kit, but if you do support the team, you probably prefer it a bit more traditional. But for that sake, I will put it in mid. Now we move on to Tottenham, and this kit I do really like. Maybe that's a bit of personal bias, but the white with the navy sleeves, the navy down the side, the cuffs on the sleeves, the navy collar, I do really like. It's traditional, but with a bit of modernness. I'm a big fan of white, whether I support Tottenham or not. So any kits that have white, like you look at Fulham, that's the only other real white team in the competition. That's basically why I pick it. That's basically why I like it. But this kit, it's traditional, but also modern, so I will put it in class. You can call me biased, but I will put it in class. Now we've got West Ham, which is a very similar kit to the Aston Villa kit. The main colour of the shirt is just a little bit lighter, and of course the kit is manufactured by Umbro, which means the collar and the cuffs have a bit of pattern to it, which I quite like. I like when both of them have patterns rather than just one or the other, basically like most teams do. But this kit, it's traditional. I do like what they've done with the badge, how they've inverted the colours. I think it would have just been in the shirt too much without the colours. Now all you can see is the irons, which of course is what they're known for. So this kit, while it being similar to Aston Villa's, I do like it better, so I'll put it top of mid. Now we have the final, but certainly not the most least kit of the season. It's probably the most unique. It is Wolves, of course. The badge is in the middle of the shirt, which is very unusual for a home kit. It's manufactured by Sudo, which is definitely a new one. I like how the collar and the cuffs, of course, I've stated I'm a big fan, that both of them have the patterns. The yellow, of course, is very different to everyone, and I do like this kit. The sponsors on the side are the right colours. Like sometimes clubs get that wrong, and you can't see them as well, or they stand out too much. But this kit I do really like. I'm definitely going to put it in class. Where will I put it? Probably below Tottenham. But yeah, I do like this kit. It's different, which is probably why I like it the most. There's my rankings for this video. If you have any different opinions, please leave them down below. I'm sorry they're sort of only in 3 different categories. But it's hard to rank home kits as they're always fairly traditional. But yeah, please comment down below what your opinion is. And thank you for watching.